Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our beautiful education series. I'm Karen Palmer. I'm one of your hosts here at We the World, and we are talking about today, how do we start to have an education transformation to a culture of peace? We're talking to the people who are boots to the ground in this doing the work. So it's really exciting to bring to you my dear friend and the founder of International Children's Month, the amazing Heidi Little. Welcome,
Oh.
Heidi.
Hi, Karen. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Nice to be with you today. Thank you for doing this, Karen.
I'm so excited to be able to share the work that you have been doing on behalf of the children and on behalf of a change for our education system. You have been really a pioneer in the social emotional learning spectrum, and I'd love for you to share a little bit about the amazing project that you have going on right now that is getting ready to train the teachers to be able to be more socially, emotionally equipped for the experience of being a teacher. It's a difficult time right now for a lot of the teachers, and I love that you are thinking of the teachers as well as the children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, the new initiative is called the Center for Advancement in Social Emotional Learning, and we are working on we have an 8-week stacking certification course for training the trainers. So I've taught in every atmosphere of education, so free schools, home schools, no schools, public schools, private schools, Catholic schools, community stuff, and in 3 different countries. So I noticed that the same issues prevailed regardless where we were. And we had the same kind of issues with children as well. And it was really about a connection to self, like a really strong connection to self. When we have a really strong connection to ourself, to our love, to our hopes, our dreams, our goals, then we become this type of person that is an island to whatever it is that we are here. And I think that people are really looking to find that connection to themselves. I think that it's a time of embodiment practices. I think it's a time of really addressing these core kind of issues that we're having. It's like, instead of just like testing children in a regular way and feeding them information in the regular way we've been doing it, instead of a more inquiry-based approach, a self-inquiry-based approach. And so we're not trying to make individuals who are the same as each other. We are trying to make and to not make, support and uplift and empower a unique person who can bring their contributions to their families, their communities, their society, and their world at a time when we really need these types of action heroes. And the children are bored with the way things have been. They are coming in a different way than we in the 60s, the 50s, the 70s, even the 80s. They're advanced, and they have oftentimes a really good connection to extra abilities also. So, that aside, the bottom line is we're working with self-love tools and techniques, embodiment practices to become an island. So that when you go into the classroom, it's not how is the classroom affecting you. It's how are you affecting your classroom as a system, as a social whole, and how are the children, the youth, the adults in your classroom, how are they being supported to show up to help be a part of this system, to be a contributing member of the society that they're a part of? And what are their gifts? What are the things that they appreciate to cultivate? And without it taking a bunch of extra time. We know that teachers are really pressed for time. They have an outline and a structure. So we dedicated 2 years to creating a partner system. So instead of, changing things up with the way the government has had us do things, we're changing our insides so that as we transform, we're transforming everything and we're carrying it with us. So it's a completely love-based, fulfilling, empowering dive in self-discovery, and then also experimentation in our lives to see how how we feel when we show up. How are others feeling about us as we show up? And then what can we do with the tools and techniques that we're teaching you through the Center for Advancement in Social Emotional Learning to keep our vibration nice and clean and tidy and empowered, and of resilience. It's a time for resilience, the time to be able to bounce back and to be able to help teach, educate, and support people in what resilience is and how that training kind of like supports everything in our lives, right? We experience failures all the time. How are we dealing with those failures? How are we bouncing back from these things? And especially now, since we have such a challenging environmental issue and crisis with the kids, and they're bringing it up. So we're following suit in helping with training the teachers with these techniques. And like Karen has said, since 1993, I've been working in how do we work together in groups? How do we get a person to feel empowered and secure and to feel good about themselves? And so now they have a name for it. It's called social emotional learning. And so we made the advanced techniques and the center, because why not? Who better to do it than somebody who's been doing it in the field, in the action work for over 2 decades. So.
And that's why I felt called to do this education series, because I really believe that if we all felt safe, that we would be able to express ourselves creatively. And that's what I wish for every child on the planet. And so why we put together this series is to really showcase the people who are actually doing that, so that we can really, really shine a light on the work that you're doing and amplify this work. How do we work together and accomplish twice as much? And what can we do together that we can't do on our own? You know, it's so important that we teach these cooperation principles. And I think that you've done that in such a beautiful way.
Thank you.
I want to just express that people can go to seladvancement.org to learn more about this beautiful program that she has, and also to see all the amazing, amazing resources that are available for teachers, for parents, for grandparents, for so many aunts and uncles who are sitting on the sidelines saying, I'd really like to get involved, but I don't know how. Heidi has taken the how out of it and has given you all the tools so that you can create a safe atmosphere for your child to be able to express themselves creatively. So
and to teach them those same techniques, right? So that they can move out into the world and share with their friends.
And share their gifts, exactly, and share what they have. Because if we're all being our magnificent self on the planet, then we're not going to have the trauma, and we're not going to want to hurt the earth. You know, the basic lesson that we are teaching is be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be kind to our earth. And if we could just get that as humans, we could really change our entire systems that have been not working. So Heidi, would you also share with us a little bit about International Children's Month and what kind of things have happened that you feel really inspired by? A lot of the children are really coming out and expressing themselves and really getting a lot of media. So, and you have a lot to do with a lot of those children really being inspired. And you've brought a lot of youth ambassadors into the International Children's Month. And I'd love for you to just share a little bit about that also, because it's really kind of a interesting experience when we start to do things in a different way, and we start to really see each other as a global family and not see so many of our differences, but so much more in our similarities.
I think
as a healing family, right?
Exactly. I think that the key thing here is we're talking about such subtle things like energy and frequency. And a lot of people understand this from going to church and having prayer. You know, our older generation, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds are going to understand from, you know, church generation. You know, now there's not as many people going to church. So we're having to talk about energy and frequency vibration. We're talking about that kind of thing. So let me first say that the Center for Advancement in Social Emotional Learning is international educators raising the bar of love, care, and respect for ourselves and all the children of Earth. So we welcome you as a educator also. We welcome you from where you are at and what you are doing in the world. We want to bring you in, brush up your skill set, and then send you back out into the world with this new skill set, as well as help you create new tools and techniques from your own experiences and wisdom to help share with the world so that you can help other teachers also. So we certify you, and then you can certify others in the Center for Advancement in Social Emotional Learning, because we're going to get certified in SEL, okay? So from there, for 7 years, we've had International Children's Month, and the mission of International Children's Month is children across the planet in love, care, and respect. Now, if we just think about those in terms of frequency, if I'm holding the space inside of my heart of myself, which I have for 7 years, of children across the planet in love, care, and respect, energy goes where attention flows. So what we have has manifest, actualized, is children seeing where they're not being respected and where the most important respect is, which is for them, our environment.
Yes.
Because they need air and fresh water, just like we all do in the future. And we have been, I'm sorry, but not really good stewards of the planet in the last 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, okay? The indigenous relatives that were here understood the balance of giving love, care, and respect to the Mother Nature and to Spirit, to God, whatever you want to call it. And that got massacred, essentially. And so now we're dealing with a quick cleanup, essentially. And in a quick cleanup, it's like everybody be on task, okay? We got to stay focused, compounding energy to get the job done, and we just do it until it's finished. And so we're at the cusp of this action thing that has to happen. We need to restore the coral and the rainforest, which are the lungs of the planet. So the children are on this. So when you go to International Children's Month, there's 7 years of social emotional learning curriculum, from peace in education, water in education, earth and all of its components in education, whole body, mind, and spirit in education, self-love and cooperation in education, how to play as a team in education. And now it is all about, this 2019 is all about what does love look like? What does love in action look like, sound like, feel like, and what does it do? And so we're seeing a lot of increase in the doing. We're seeing a lot of increase in people grabbing their love and saying, I love bees, I love dolphins, I love the children, I love the idea of family, safe family, you know, and whatever it is that you love, then that's what you're doing. And so as each one of us attunes our vibration to that which we love, everything will get saved. And so that is, you know, where we're at. So we welcome you there. It's internationalchildrensmonth.com.
And you also have some educational tools on Amazon. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, I did my master's degree in how do we teach self-love and education, and I designed a few products along with what's already been designed on International Children's Month. But I put together my greatest teachings. So as a Qigong master practitioner and an energy worker for my life, my mother was a nurse, and she had a lot of health issues. I myself was born with a hole in my heart, and I had cancer a couple of times in my life. So I've really gotten the journey of how to heal and how to share it in a way so other people can heal themselves. So I made a couple of different things. There are 3 new meditations that I put out under HeidiLittle.com. So my music is there, which helps attune frequency, vibration, and sound of bringing unity, balance, harmony, and empowerment and upliftment to my listeners, to myself, to just the highest frequency possible. So there's music on HeidiLittle.com, and then there's another page. There's a page for each thing that I do on there. There's a new page now for the oneness meditations, and they are embodiment practices to heal yourself. And we have 100% success rate in the last, I guess I've been using them since I decided I was going to heal my heart when I was 4. So it's the same thing I've been doing my whole life, and we've used it on people who have broken bones, with cancer, HIV, epilepsy, stress, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, you name it, and they are all healed. Everybody is healed. So there's 3 meditations in this pack, okay, 1, 2, and 3, and I suggest you do them at least once. If not, embody them and become that walking light. It's basically just bringing your highest self down into this body, into this earth, and walking around like that. And so those are those 3. And then this is a collection of visualizations and meditations that I did with Karen and myself. We were doing them during the 11 Days of Global Unity for We the World. And a couple of those made it in here. And it is to help heal other things outside of ourselves also. So it goes into peace. There is a disarmament one. There's a taking care of the planet one. So there's a collection of 13. So if you want to use your frequency, your vibration, your sound, your imagination, and your visualization to help the world, that's the book for you. And then this is One Love Rising, which is a musical about embodiment, energy, frequency, love, tools and techniques, medicine wheels. And in the back of it, I have added 13 social emotional learning accompaniment activities. So you can use it in the classroom. You can use it to build your show. You can use it as an extra addendum. I may one day just put that as a book out, but right now it's not there yet. And then the other one that I released is Restoring the Sacred Hoop, if you're familiar with that term. And it's called Be the Medicine. So these are all available on Amazon under Heidi Little. And Be the Medicine, it's a technique I designed during my master's work, utilizing the medicine wheel to map ourselves out. And there is not a clearer way to understand where you're going, who you are, what you want, what you need, who you want to be with, anything you can possibly imagine. Mapping yourself out like this makes it succinct, clear, powerful, and it actualizes easily, gracefully. No problem. You don't have to dig around in your gray matter looking for subconscious thoughts that are betraying you. You look at this thing, in the center is your main focus, and then you have your 4 arms of which take care of and support the center. And you add more spokes if you want to get more in depth with supporting that center. And then at any point, you can take something out of the medicine wheel and make a new one. You know, so if we're talking about a career shift and you realized you wanted to be freelance, well, you can take freelance out, put it in the center of another one, and then really map out what that means for you. Okay. So it's a foolproof technique to figuring out anything you want and manifesting and actualizing it.
Wow. Wow, Heidi, this has been so great. Thank you so much for all of your wisdom that you're sharing.
Thanks.
and really, it's just incredible to see all the products that you've been able to really manifest and bring into our reality here. You've loved so many dreams into this reality. I mean, it's just really inspiring. And I just want you to, just take a minute to acknowledge that. Just bring that into your own heart.
Oh, thank you.
And as you feel that, as anybody who's watching this, think about some of the things that you have accomplished and that you are working towards in helping to transform our culture to a culture of peace. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're a health person. Maybe you're somebody who, is doing work in our health education or our mental education, our mental health education. Reach out to us at we.net. We would love for you to we are both partners here at the We team. Heidi and I have worked together on several awesome projects and have loved those projects into this reality. Yeah. And we just welcome all people to come and join us at we.net. We are getting ready to celebrate our 15th anniversary of the 11 Days of Global Unity, which is 11 themes of change for a world that works for all of us. And it's really exciting to be a part of all of this and to be able to share our wisdom and to create a space like Heidi has to feel safe enough to express yourself creatively. So we want to hear from you. So when you watch this series, please share it. Share it to your friends, to your family, and let people know that we are working together to accomplish twice as much. And when we work together, we do accomplish twice as much. So let's continue to have this conversation, and let's talk about all the ways that we can be together and really notice how we can amplify each other. That's what this is all about. That's what, to me, the experience of we is. It's really understanding that we are all in this together, and the only thing that needs healing is the illusion of the separateness, because we are not separate. We're all in this together. Mm-hmm. So when we have this time together and we have these opportunities to really see one another and really recognize each other's magnificence, take that time today to find somebody in your own life that you can let them know how much they matter to you, how much you appreciate them being in your world. And also take the time to talk to your teachers, the teachers in your community, and ask them, what are they needing? What are they looking, what would be supportive for them? And Heidi, any other tips you would share with the community?
Yes, I want people to just really focus on their hearts, because the whole world will change when our insides change. And that means loving ourselves unconditionally and being grateful for this beautiful life that we've been given and the gifts that we have that we are not presently using. I want you to use your gifts. That's how we bring peace. We bring peace by you diving into yourself, feeling out who you are, and then sharing it with the world like the sun that you are, like this beautiful ball of light that you are. And I want to see you. I'm watching to see people rise. It's like popcorn all over the place. I get excited by seeing people.
One Love Rising.
And
yeah, use that hashtag, One Love Rising.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. It's so good. So just, left hand over heart and right hand over heart, and breathing in the love and breathing out the love. That's who we are. So just stay in there. And if you want our help, we're here. Come see me at HeidiLittle.com. There's buttons all over the place to get a hold of me. The Center for Advancement in Social Emotional Learning is booking now. July 6th we start, but we can do staggering start times for people. And then International Children's Month is free, and it's there every day of the year. And we are the children and youth theme for We the World. So if you want to contribute, let us know, and we'll do it. We'll hook you all up with everybody else that is there already doing the same thing. It's nice to be around people who are like-minded. Yeah. People who are freeing themselves do really well working with other people who are freeing themselves. Yeah. And the world is becoming a better and better and better place as people really lock into who they are. What are their gifts? What are their unique, energetic contributions to this planet?
Absolutely.
Yay. So thank you, Karen, for having me on here. It's always fun.
It is always fun. And we're going to have some more fun because we have the 15th anniversary of the 11 Days of Global Unity coming forward on September 11th and rounding up on International Day of Peace, which leads us into World Peace Weekend. And it's just going to be a magical, magical time. So thank you, everybody. We'll be seeing you here on We the World, and we'll be looking for you to share your gifts. We want to hear from you, so check us out at we.net. You can be a partner at we.net partners, and you can join the team if you go to we.net volunteer. Thanks, guys. Bye.